everybody, this is Be Creative with Miss Ria, and today is July 14th, and today is National Macaroni and Cheese Day, so why not do some crafts with some pasta? So pretty much everybody has eaten macaroni and cheese before, or you've bought noodles at the store, or had spaghetti, or any kind of pasta. So I'm just going to share with you, as you can see, I have these little sun catchers that I made, and this is a little sun catcher out of, as you know, I like to recycle just some clear plastic lids that you might have around the house. You can save them. These are off of cottage cheese, and just save these because these will become great sun catchers. And then I had a very large lid that I had gotten with some tubs, and so what I did with this one, I cut it out and made the inside empty, and then I just put my pasta around there. Isn't that fun? So today I'm going to show you how to make these, and I'm also going to show you how to dye the macaroni so that you can have all kinds of colors. And the great thing about this procedure of dyeing is that it lasts pretty much forever, and I'm just going to show you, it's so easy. So I want you to go ahead and gather your pasta, and you can start doing that as you, every time that you cook with something like let's say somebody's making a macaroni salad, so you have this elbow macaroni, and these boxes of pasta are like, I bought them, they were 89 cents for a whole big box. So every time you do that, it's a good idea just to save a little bit out of the box, and then you can just add it to a baggie. This is, I've got a big baggie, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So let's say I'm making some macaroni salad, and I'm just going to say, oh, I do want to do my craft project, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put a little bit in there. So that's kind of how I ended up with so much colored pasta, was because every time I would buy a different pasta or try a different dish, I was like, oh, that would be really fun. So look at this, how fun this is. It looks like little butterflies. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to save that. And I'm going to save these other big swirly ones. They all have fun names to them, but I'm going to just show you. I'm just going to pour those in there, just like that. And then I was going to try a dish, and I never had seen this pasta, but it's little tiny round circles. It's just so fun. Look at that, how fun that is. It was a little bit more expensive, but it was like, I thought, well, I'm gonna cook something with it, so I'm gonna save some to actually dye. So that's what I've done. So that's how you kind of gather your pasta that you wanna dye. And spaghetti is always great, and I have some spaghetti. And you can, because you know, when you're doing something, maybe you want some straight lines, so you can take your spaghetti and you can break it up, and I've done that where I just break it in half because I never know what how big I'm gonna make something. So I've got a little bit of everything in here. Okay, so it's so fun. You can see, I'm gonna show you, before we actually dye the pasta, this is another little craft project that I did. You can make a simple little animal, or maybe you want to do some flowers, draw a simple flower, and then paint the cardboard. And cereal boxes work great for this because they're a little bit stronger, and just paint it, let the paint dry, and then just get creative and just start putting in your pasta however you think this fish would look. I think this fish needs a friend, so I might do some more sea life. But that was really fun, and I decided to just use one kind of pasta on this one. So that was really fun. And then if you just want to just draw, we just had the Tulip Festival this year in April, and so I was love tulips, so I thought, oh, I'll do tulips, and then I made little tiny butterflies out of my pasta. And just they're flying around in the tulip garden, right? And then I broke those off and used it as grass. So use your imagination on what you want to make with your pasta. Another fun thing to do is make jewelry. So I made this awesome necklace. Look at that. And it just with those little circle pastas and the straight pasta and some twine. And then I have a cool necklace. And then I started to make another necklace, and I'm not finished with this one, but look at how fun that is. And I had this gold cording, and so I'm gluing it on. So it's an in progress project. And I have an orange one too that I'm going to make into a necklace. So you can make jewelry, necklaces, bracelets. The possibilities are endless. I'm sure you can come up with something more than what Miss Rhea has come up with. But you can tell that when you're doing this, on the box of the food coloring is what you're going to need. You're going to need food coloring, and again, remember when we did our liquid rainbow a few weeks ago, we used that rubbing alcohol. We're going to use rubbing alcohol and food coloring to dye our pasta. And what's fun about on the package of the food coloring, they show you how to make, how many drops you need to make a different color, like if you wanted to make purple or orange or a different color blue. So look for the food coloring that gives you those directions, and then you just have to adjust it a little bit, like do it in half or even a quarter of what it says, depending on how much pasta you have. So that's the key thing when you're doing this, is like if you're not sure how much to put in less than what you think. So you can see that I've made like purple, I've made this really cool blue. And also if you have a baker in your house and you have gelled coloring and it's thicker, you can use that too. So I think I used that with this one because I had some left over from something. But anyway, so what I'm going to show you now is how to actually dye your pasta, and then you're going to see how easy it is. So all you have to do is, we had already gotten our pasta ready right here, and then this is a great idea because as you're deciding that you want to do a project and you want to do multiple colors, like I said, I poured everything in just one bag to show you, but you could say you wanted to do 4 or 5 colors, so you would pour a little bit of pasta into each baggie, and then you would be able to do all those colors. So today I'm just going to do the one, and I'm going to choose green. I'm going to do a green pasta for us. So I have my food coloring. I'm going to unzip this again, just like last week when we did our ice cream. I kind of rolled it down so that I could see what I was doing. I roll it down and kind of look at it, and what's great about this is I can keep adding the food coloring, but I don't really want to add too much rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to put some drops. I don't know, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10 drops of green in there. And the rubbing alcohol, less is best. Just remember that. You start off with just a little bit, and I mean just a little bit. You don't even need a teaspoon of this. You just need a few drops. So I'm gonna hold it up there so you can kind of see that I don't really, this is almost, oh, that might be too much. That just a smidge of rubbing alcohol. I don't even know how you say that. I've got directions on how to do this. Then you're going to close it up real tight, and you can see that the green is in there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to start turning it over, and just, you can watch and see. You want to try and get all of your pasta covered, and you're just mixing it up like that. You can see it through the baggie. You can see that it is getting green. It's a pretty green, isn't it? And some of the pasta, if it's got some curves or curls, sometimes when I just poured in the dye, it'll be darker on those. But that's what's fun about it. You can see the spaghetti's getting really colored on one end and not the other end. So I'm looking at it, and I think I put in the right amount of rubbing alcohol. Like I said, it just needed a little bit, but I'm gonna add a couple more drops of green because I want a little bit more color on there. So, and you can smell, rubbing alcohol has a smell to it, so you can really smell it when you open it up. So I'm gonna put a couple more, I don't know, I think I put 4 or 5 in there. Put it on there. I'm gonna close it back up. And again, you can see that it's getting darker, and that rubbing alcohol is just going to end up evaporating, and you can see how, look at that, isn't that fun? And it dries really, really fast after you do this. So after you get it to the color that you want, then you're ready to take it out of your bag. And that's the fun part. You just get it out, and you can lay a paper towel, or if you have another piece of cardboard, when I've got some cardboard right here, I'm just gonna lay it out, and then you just let it air dry. And then you just put it in a baggie and be ready to use it when you're ready to craft. So it looks like it's pretty much done, the color that I want, and all I have to do is just pour this out like that, and like I said, it will dry really fast. It air dries really fast. Just spread it out, and I'm gonna get a little bit of food coloring on me. It looks like pickup sticks, doesn't it? With the spaghetti on top. And then you can see that the little round pasta that really took to the green, and some of the other noodles that didn't get much green in because I didn't shake it a lot, but you can see the little, I call them little bow tie pasta. Look at that one. That's kind of fun that I made the butterflies. And then our spaghetti is green. So that's how you dye your pasta. You just, like I said, it's super easy, and just let it dry, and then when you're done, just store it in your baggies, and then you'll be ready to craft when you've got all different colors and the different pastas that you want. And so it's really, really easy. So like I said, when you're saving these plastic lids and getting your pasta ready, I use this tacky glue, and it's clear, but you can use white glue, and I wouldn't use a hot glue gun because the hot glue gun would be too hot on the plastic. So Elmer's glue will work because it dries clear, but the tacky glue is a little bit thicker, and it holds the pasta in place when you're trying to do something like this, okay? So I would recommend you getting some of this tacky clear glue to use. And then if you have to put a hole in it, I have a little screwdriver, and I just punch that in through there like that, and then I've got my string. You know, you can use any kind of string. I've got a whole bunch of colored string that I love to use, and this will last me forever. So get your string, and then just, you know, put your glue on there and just have at it and just do your design. So I'm going to show you another thing. If you just don't want to glue anything on, you can make a mandala, and that's kind of like what this is, and it's just really fun. You can just get a tray of pasta and just be creative, and then maybe get you thinking of how maybe you want to make your sun catcher. So you just can get just a plain white, or you can, if you wanted to glue your mandala down, I have a macaroni salad lid. A red lid would be kind of fun to do that, but you can just kind of create your design. So you can just have your pasta in front of you, and then you can just start saying, oh, I think I want to use, you know, maybe these bow ties around my mandala. I'm just gonna put those around there and see. I'm looking just to make sure I have enough of those, and so then I end up having this the start of my design. And if I just wanted to just throw a bunch of pasta on there and just spread it out and then see what it looks like. It doesn't make a difference. And then so you've got thicker pieces. You can just decide how you want it to look, curved, and then those spaghetti pieces, this green spaghetti, these are great because they're really easy to just break off and then make it fit where you want it to go. So you can just make it fit. So that's really fun. You can just do that and just have fun doing that. Maybe, you know, if you have some friends over and you're just trying to decide how you want to do something, and maybe you decide, you know, that's what you want to do, then you can go on to the next step and put it on a suncatcher. So that's just really very simple. Anybody could do it. You have lots of fun. You have enough pasta. I've got enough pasta to make so many designs. Maybe I should make a whole mosaic of something. I don't even know what that would be, but it would be really fun to try. So again, I have the directions on the website, and on the back of the directions, it gives you just what you need to get started and how to do your dyeing of your pasta. And then I have on the back I have the little fish and the plant that I did for you. So everything is there. So have a great day and enjoy Macaroni and Cheese Day. I'll see you next week. Bye.